What is up, guys? Welcome to Backlogkits, and today we're gonna take a look at the 1/144 scale HG Qubeley from Mobile Suit Gundam Zeta and Double Zeta. Now this kit is one of the revives that Bandai produced where they take an old mobile suit design that already had a kit in the past and updated it to meet today's standards. We never really had the original Qubeley kit, but I can certainly say that this kit is on par with modern high grades. So anyways, let's go check it out. So for those who are planning to buy the Qubeley in its HG form, you might see two different boxes. Just make sure to pick this one up with a really cool box art if you're gunning for the revived version. The one with the line art and a sort of CG render on the back is the original release with the dated features. At the side, you will see a preview of the model kit all painted up with a front and back view. Moving to the right, they show you a couple of gimmicks that the kit has. On the other side of the box, you'll see a CG render of it with a yakushiki from what I think is a scene from the anime. Now, this was released back when Bandai was not translating the text to English, so no translations here. Mine is the one with the blue Bandai logo, so retail price is not here either. However, on release, the retail price was marked at 1800 yen. As you can see, this is the standard Universal Century manual, where they show you the mobile suit in a neutral standing position with its specifications. Inside, you can see more info about the mobile suit and all its armaments included in this model kit. Over here, it shows the box comes in with a total of 11 runners, with runner B having 2 copies. On the back, you can see the gimmicks and the scene from the anime. And finally, on the bottom, you'll be able to check the color guide if you wanted to paint your kit. Now moving on to the kit itself, this really does have a very unique design as it's more of a sleek alien look with its curve and the eye-popping pink and white color scheme. While this does come with a small sticker sheet, all of the pink details on the kit you're seeing now is color separated. As you've already thought by now, the color separation of this kit is fantastic. The only details you really need to paint, if you're going for that anime accurate look, would be the eye cameras, which is typical for most gunplas anyways, the small pink details on both of the wing binders, which the sticker sheet does cover, and the insides of the binders themselves. Now the painted build in the manual does show it is pink, but on checking the Qubeley on its various forms on different medias, it could be either gray or pink. Personally, I would probably be painting mine pink. I do, however, think the white part that's supposed to be some sort of mechanical tubing looks kinda out of place, whether it's really supposed to be white or maybe Bandai just decided to put it on the white runners to cut corners for the budget. Now it's worth noting that if you look at the sticker sheet, there's an option to have green eyes instead of the Xeon pink ones. Not really sure if this was in the anime, but I just painted mine using the red metallic Gundam marker. Seam lines for this kit is really minimal, you'll hardly notice them if you're not looking for them. There are some for the face, but it kinda does just pass as a panel line for me. The chest also has one going through the top and the sides, but you won't really see it much. Also, you can see mold lines going through the middle of the belts on the chest. Shoulders have seams across the middle, but the wing binders will cover it up anyways. Large seam across one side of the arms, but on the other side it was made to look like a panel line. Side of the thighs, across the lower legs, disguised as panel lines. There is also a seam here at the back of the foot, going all the way to the bottom. That's gonna be an ongoing trend here for the Qubeley. Most of the seams are made to look like panel lines, which is a smart way of hiding them, by the way. Moving on to the accessories of the kit, as you can see, there isn't really much. It does have the expressive open hands for recreating its iconic flying pose from the box art. What's amazing about this is that the fingers are articulated, and looks like it can be separated as it has its own individual ball joint for each finger. Personally, I will be keeping it as it is as I'm not really a fan of articulated individual fingers. This does come with 2 of your regular beam sabers that can be attached to the beam saber handles, stored in the forearms of the kit. The Qubeley does use the handles as a sort of beam cannon that can shoot off the wrist like Spider-Man's web shooters, and can also be detached to be handled like your regular beam sabers. On the back is what I guess you'd call a backpack, and underneath, it stores the iconic funnels. There will be 10 of them and each one is detachable. Now, this is really great and all, but you won't really be able to use them since this kit doesn't come with any funnel effect part, which was sold separately but was a P-Bandai exclusive, so good luck getting one at a reasonable price. Although I think if only this kit released recently, there's a chance we'd see it with the funnel effect parts included. As some of you may already know, the revived Destiny Gundam came out including its Wing Sub Light, which were sold separately for older kits as a P-Bandai exclusive. Anyways, if you're looking for an alternative on displaying the funnels deployed, you're gonna have a hard time finding one as the attachment point is smaller than your average 3mm peg hole. So yeah, not much going on in the accessories department, but the Qubeley doesn't have your standard mobile suit loadout as it relies heavily on its funnels for offense. For the articulation, the head goes all the way up to there, really large range of motion vertically, mainly for the flight form. It does go side to side as it is in the ball joint, but is hindered by the gigantic wing binders. For the torso, there is some ab crunch, but articulation will be more of a leaning back motion, again, for the flight poses. This does bend side to side, and can rotate a full 360. Over on the chest, you can see there is a cockpit gimmick for this kit, which is nice as you mostly see this kind of things in RG and larger scale models. You won't be seeing any crevice or the pilot here, but still pretty neat inclusion for the kit. The backpack has a bit of articulation and can only go all the way like this. Also, in the back, you'll see a nice little detail engraved, which I believe is a reference to its predecessor, the Mobile Armor LMF. According to the wiki, the Qubeley was developed from the LMF, which might be what this means. Arms are in a ball joint and can rotate 360 degrees. The arms are attached to a polycap which can move out a bit upwards. Not really much, but it's there. The arms can go all the way to the side. Bicep can rotate 360 degrees as well as the forearms. A neat little gimmick here is that you can extend the arms so that it will have a better range of motion, as obviously the design of the forearm armor hinders the articulation. With this, you can take a bit more advantage of the double jointed elbow. The forearm does have a cover for the hands that you can reveal. Hands are on your standard ball joints, and the binders has 4 points of articulation on each one for your ring binder posing needs. Front skirt has minimal movement. Side skirts can move up and down a bit like this. The legs can go all the way forward and all the way back with the side skirt kind of hindering the range, but only a bit. Legs can also go all the way to the side, but no thigh rotation here. Really cool knee armor articulation over here. The knees have a nice double joint here, but is hindered a bit by the thrusters on the back. The thrusters on the back does have a bit of articulation and can move out a bit. The feet are in a ball joint and can move around, but is hindered by the leg armor. And finally, a really nice toe bend for all those flying poses. For size comparison, here it is with a 1144 scale RX-78 Gundam Beyond Global version. As you can see, it is on the bigger part of the spectrum, with the average Gundam only reaching its neck on head height. I was definitely not expecting this kit to be so big. Before building this, I thought it would be just an average size kit, but as you can see, it does pack in some chunk, height and width wise. And now, this is it compared to the HG Heavy Weapon System New Gundam, minus the funnels. And as you can see, it might pack some size, but is still smaller than the New Gundam in terms of head height. So overall, this really is a great kit. The color accuracy is great, the articulation is fantastic. Now, I know the design can be a hit or miss for some people, but personally, I really like the design and aesthetics of this model kit. Although, I really wish the funnel effect parts were included in this kit so you can display the funnels deployed. I definitely recommend this to the fans of the Qubeley's designs, and for you guys who are a fan of the anime. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up, and if you didn't, give it a down and let us know why in the comment sections. Hit subscribe if you like our review, and don't forget to ding the notification bell so you won't miss a video. Join us again next time for another Backlog Kits review.